You gotta see it before you can see it. You gotta think it before you can think it. Welcome to the manifestation, baby.
Come ride with me.
Cadillac dreams when thoughts get calm and candy, baby.
Cadillac dreams rolling through my mind. White wall wheels on the gold sunshine.
Shining.
If you can see it, you can make it yours in time.
Time and time.
Cadillac dreams, yeah, them thoughts gon' ride.
Let's ride. Sports Time Zone. Sports Time Zone. Sports Time Zone. Sports Time Zone.
Yeah, we are live. Wagwan, this is the Sports Time Zone. Yours truly, brother Noomsy, in the building. Backed up my producer, and I'm sorry, my co-host for the day, and my producer. He's doing double duty, double job. My boy Kelbo in the building. What's good,
man? What's the deal, brother Noomsy, bro? How you doing, man? It's good to see you, man. Good to see you,
man? Always good to see you, man. Every Friday, y'all know what it is. This is what we do. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Make sure y'all follow on IG, all of that. We the only sports podcast that bring you multiple different generation takes on sports and more than that. This is Freestyle Friday. Y'all know how we do every single Friday now. With me and my man Kelbo, we get here and we put it down with all of the hottest topics, sports takes, non-sports takes. We like to just freestyle on Friday. So I want to start off by saying this. The views that we have on the Sports Time Zone are just that. These are our personal views, the views of myself, the views of the individuals that's here. This don't necessarily mean that this is what it is. This is how we feel. So if y'all don't agree with it, respect to y'all. It might not be for you. But for those of y'all that do rock with us, we appreciate y'all rocking with us because we like to do things a little bit different. Now, Kelbo, in case they don't know what the IG is, could you please let them know what our IG is so that they can get at us? It's right there at the bottom. Let them know.
Man, it's Sports Time _zone. You know what I'm saying? Follow us on the IG. We on TikTok too, going crazy. Tap in with the YouTube. We're going live on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? We doing what we got to do, man. We dropping the latest content. Brother Noomsy out here working OT, man. My brother was in the gym today. You know what I'm saying? Getting it in on lunch break.
That's right.
It's a full-time grind out here, man. So we working straight up.
You rubbing off on me. You rubbing off on me there, Kelbo. Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat, yo. Shout out to my man. Looks like we got people active in the chats already. Ben D5K in the building. Also, Degrees asking, do we like fish sticks? Do I like fish sticks? It depends.
Man, answer that question, bro. that nigga joking. That nigga
it gotta be. And then shout out to Cliff 6247 bases loaded. Oh, he talking about them Dodgers. Bases loaded, 2 out, Dodgers 1-0. All right, shout out to them Dodger fans. Shout out to the West Coast. Salute to the East Coast. Salute the down south. That's why we the Sports Time Zone. We all over the place, man. We got a lot of good, dope topics today. We're going to run through them real quick. This is Friday night. We ain't trying to slow up your whole Friday, but we do got some fire for y'all to let y'all know what's going on out there. We got a couple good topics. One of the things that I wanted to get on, and I kind of wanted to touch on this first because this is something that was in the news a couple of weeks ago. Cliff say 3 outs going into the third. Thanks for keeping us posted on that. Keep doing that. This was going on in the news a couple of weeks ago, but it seemed like, I don't know if y'all heard about it, but the wife of basketball player Steph Curry, Aisha Curry, came on TV or on a TV show or a talk show coming out saying how displeased she seems to be with the married life, with the mother life, with being married to Steph Curry, the greatest shooter that God ever created. She, for some reason, is just not feeling her life. She said, she made comments last year where she was saying she wasn't really too happy about the fact that she don't get a lot of male attention, Kelbo. She don't get a lot of male attention, and she's a married woman. But it sounded like to me, in this, what I've heard recently was that she felt like she was rushed or thrown into the marriage, and she ain't feeling that. But what I don't like, Kelbo, and I ain't gonna spend too much time on it because I know this ain't really your wheelhouse, but that's kind of disrespectful to your husband. Steph Curry is a real low-key dude. Steph Curry he don't talk about his personal life. He don't get into too much stuff. So what was your thoughts, Kelbo, as a man? And we try to be fair-minded for the ladies too. But as a man, how did that make you feel when you saw Steph Curry's wife airing out his dirty laundry? If you even saw the interview, what were your thoughts on it? If not, then we got it for you. Go ahead.
Man, I just don't understand where all this is coming from, and sisters, y'all got to wear this L, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy. I mean, what more can you ask for? She was, Steph Curry, my apologies, he's provided his family with opportunities. She's had some opportunities. I think she was like on a cooking show or something.
Yeah.
And I can understand if she felt like she was rushed or whatnot. If that's, I don't really know the details on that, but if that's the case, you should have said no, or maybe just, Steph Curry seems like the type of guy who could be patient. I don't know. But here it's just not a good look. Sisters, y'all got to hold this L, because I don't know what more you can ask from a brother like Steph Curry. The man, like you said, is a upright dude. He doesn't do any niggerish stuff. You're not hearing about him cheating on his wife. You know what I'm saying?
That.
The brother is a God-fearing man, and yet he's still he's still dealing with this foolishness. But yet he's still keeping it professional, keeping it righteous at the same time, while his wife is out here acting crazy on the side. So it's just not a good look. I feel sorry for the brother, man. It's just not a good look, dude.
So here's my thing, though. My thing is this. Steph Curry is not the kind of person, like you said, that he's going to just get he's not going to get impatient. He's not going to just get angry and just outwardly show that he's upset. He's just going to eat that. He's going to take that on the chin and maybe talk to her behind closed doors. But why go out of your way to put the business and expose that? If you are feeling that way, like you said, maybe she felt like she was rushed, or maybe she felt like this wasn't what she wanted. But if you do feel that way, why do you have to say it publicly? Like, I get it. You feel that you don't get the attention that you want to get. But you signed up for this. And once you sign up for it, you got to know what comes with all of this. We got a little clip. For those of y'all who haven't seen the interview and what she said and what we're talking about, we got a clip here. Kelbo, I want you to cue that up, and let's see if we can run that, and then we'll come back and chop it up. For those of y'all in the comments, y'all let us know how y'all feel about that. Oh, shout out to cousin Noomsy in the building. She boasting on her New York Knicks. They got a 20-point lead at the half. All right, she had to let us know that. But we appreciate you notifying us about the 20-point lead, cousin. But go ahead, Kelbo. Go ahead and run the clip.
You see, we live, right? You see it?
Yeah, I see it. We good.
And that she feels unfulfilled in her marriage. Check out the clip right here.
I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl, and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals, and I was never the little girl that dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life.
Did you talk to Steph about it?
He tries to resonate with me, but he just can't. And he also comes from a place of it's effing stupid. It's not true. So why are you? And I'm like, but wait, listen to how it makes me feel. And he's like, but why? It doesn't make you feel like that. It's not real. After we got married, we found out we were pregnant with our daughters so quickly. I didn't even have time to think about what I wanted anymore. It's so interesting. I spent my entire life like trying to work towards something, and then it kind of just disappeared, and I didn't think twice about it. But after my daughter turned 1,
that's
I
enough.
remember there being a
I
shift.
can't
in
take it no more. Shut off our blood clot record. All right. So this is what I feel. This is what I think, man. Look, to me, it comes off that she's just genuinely not happy with her marriage. It just, to me, that's how it come off. She low key sound like she clowning him a little bit. Like it's almost like she kind of, and like the way she was like coming at him, it was almost making it seem like she was kind of sunning him a little bit. Now, as a man putting myself in his position, this is like, if I hear it, this is, I'm not happy with it. Like, I'm not cool with you just going in on our relationship for the whole world to see. It's like just our own personal reality show. You know what I'm saying? And then right before the season, this interview was 2 weeks ago. The season just started like this week. So she drops this right before the season, which makes me even feel like more she's not happy in her marriage, because now she is she finna be in full mommy mode. Because Steph finna be in LA, he finna be in New York, he gonna be in Dallas, he gonna be in Portland, he gonna be everywhere, except for there. So it comes off to me like she's just not happy with her marriage and her life, and she trying her best not to cheat on him. That's what it comes off, which is sad, yo. But
it's crazy. I mean, I heard the saying that basketball wives are the worst wives, and I can kind of see why. I mean, I get it. She wants her own, she wanted to have her own future and do her own thing. But at the same time, if that was the case, you should have just stayed single.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. It's like you wanted the lifestyle, but then once you get it, now it's like you want more. That makes guys feel like, for real, like if Steph can't keep a woman happy and keep a woman satisfied in a marriage, Steph Curry, the one of the poster boy for what a nice guy should be, or good, or a gentleman, and just does all the right things, and he's great at what he does on the court. If that don't work, then what hope do me and you have?
Man, the Most High is gonna set us up. You're gonna set me up for sure. But
yeah, nah, for sure.
Steph,
yeah, of course.
We praying for Steph, man. I mean, it ain't phasing him. It ain't phasing him too much because he dropped 47 yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
True. It didn't affect him that much. It didn't affect him at all. Honestly, that's a good transition into that's a good transition into our next topic, because the next topic I wanted to pick up on was the NBA season. The NBA season just started this week. I know it's early, only a couple of teams done played so far, but it looked like that boy Klay Thompson. That boy Klay Thompson out there looking like hot trash, bro. I don't know, man. Ever since he ate Megan greasy ass chicken, he ain't been out there. I see him shoot a ball and it hit the under backboard. Like,
what? You crazy? For real?
He put up a shot and hit the under backboard, yo. Yeah, yo. Shout out to Summer Mitchell, West Coast, Bay Area in the building. Pray for Steph. That is absolutely right. We praying for Steph. But yeah, back to Klay. Klay looking like trash, Kelbo. Like you gotta. And then he looked bigger. He looked a little slower. He looked old. Like he don't look like the same Klay from even last year. Something between last year and this year, it dramatically changed. And if you watch him, he don't look too good. But do you see Wemby? Did you see Wemby the other night?
I seen Wemby, looking like a human cheat code and stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Spurs are going to be interesting, because they got a lot of young depth, and Wemby is like 7'6", and if he gets like a Giannis type build, he's going to be a real problem, because he's essentially kind of like Giannis with better handles and he can shoot the ball. So if he puts a muscle on, it's going to be a wrap. And the Spurs, I don't think they're going to do anything this year, but they definitely got some. I mean, they've been winning some. They won their first game without De'Aaron Fox, who's, you know, a legit 25 point guy. You know what I'm saying? So when you got a guy like Wemby and you got the depth, you know what I'm saying? We talking about the depth that the Spurs have. It's a dangerous combination, man. Real talk.
No, you're right. And I was watching him out there, yo. That cat. I knew he was going to be good just from the little skill set I saw from him when he was in his rookie year. But my man is out there hitting crossover step back threes with the gather, like all net. Then he's coming down, shaking cats, crossing over, getting to the rim, yamming on cats. Then he's hitting turnaround, fadeaway jump shots from the mid-range, nothing but net. Like, he's doing literally everything. Like, I've never seen it before, especially from somebody that size with the ability that he has. That is crazy. Look, even if you're not a basketball fan or even if you're not a sports fan, if y'all never seen Wemby, watch a Spurs game. Just watch him play. And I guarantee you, even if you don't like sports or even if you don't like basketball, if you see somebody that size doing that kind of stuff, it will make you a fan of the game. It's just crazy watching him do that. But I think the Spurs are set up for a while. They got De'Aaron Fox coming back soon. I like that rookie point guard that they drafted. I like him. They got a nice young core. So Spurs fans, yeah.
Spurs is going to be looking
they're going to be good. You know who else was looking good too? That boy SGA. But man, SGA 26 free throws is crazy. Like he's a get me wrong. He's the MVP level player. He's still the best player in the league.
26 free throws?
Dog.
This way, game? What? No.
Dog, he almost had like 13 free throws in the first half. He had 12 free throws in the first half alone. And then in the second, but again, he went off. He went to the free throw line a lot. I mean, he's already the best player in the league to me, so I don't think that he has to go to the free throw line that many times. At that point, it's just stat padding because when he's got the ability that he has, like his mid-range is filthy. Like, what do you think of SGA's game, though? Like, he does get away with a lot. He does that little hook thing when he goes to the basket. He gets the foul call a lot for that.
23 of 26 free throws is out of like that's crazy, bro. Like that's crazy, bro.
That's some people don't even average that. Like,
when you get into the free throw 26 times, bro, like that Harden was like getting buckets like that, and he was kind of drawing fouls. Like he's like on a whole nother level, bro. Like, and on top of that, you took 31 shots. Like, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
31 shots.
High volume guy, you know, but he's making plays. He got 8 boards and 8 assists at the same place defense. I mean, I think he's good. It's just, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. There's something weird about just him getting to the line that many times. It's kind of like, bro, like that's crazy, bro. Like
it's almost like the member. Nah, go ahead.
No, I said I'm just curious. It just makes me wonder, like, how many times has Kobe gotten to the line in one game? Because like 26 times, like bro.
That's probably more than Kobe. I don't know that Kobe, but you know, that's reminiscent of James Harden a few years back when James Harden was getting some calls, yo. I don't even know if he got 26 like that many, but I remember it was some games where it looked like, yo, James Harden was at the free throw line like almost every other possession when he was in Houston. So I used to remember that. And before him, if you go back a little further, I remember Derrick Rose used to get a lot of free. Like he would drive to the basket, cuff the ball like a running back.
But he was actually like
he was getting
he was getting fouled. Like what's his name is drawing fouls. Like Rose was actually just he was getting there.
He was getting there. He was ferocious. It was different. Yeah, you're right.
You know,
he went to the basket, cuffing the ball like a running back, and then
coming in with the layup under the Yeah, Rose, man, that's one of my favorite NBA players, man.
Yeah, shout out to Derrick Rose. I don't know if we've
Shout
ever
out,
done him as a history player. We might have to do him history.
bro. That's like one
Yeah,
of the greatest what ifs ever, dude. He was
yeah. But
crazy good, bro. He was crazy.
before those injuries, he was fire. But I ain't gonna let you off the hook though, Kelvo. I see you avoiding the conversation about your Lakers because you ain't said nothing about it yet. You over there, yeah. You want to talk about where?
Bro, man, hey, while Brother Newsom comes back, I'm gonna give y'all a quick 1-4-1 on them Lakers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I saw y'all boys when y'all played against Golden State. And in that game, Kelvo, I didn't see no effort out of y'all. I saw Jimmy Butler, I saw Steph Curry, I saw all of those Golden State boys with the highest level. That's like they are playing for a championship. You can see that from day one. That Steph, Jimmy, your boy Draymond, they're playing for a chip. What I saw from the Lakers, all I saw was Luka. That's it. I saw Luka and a bunch of backup dancers. Because them
Yeah.
boys they weren't DeAndre Ayton. What y'all even get him for? If that's the kind of effort you're gonna get out of him, that ain't not gonna make it. So, Kelvin, what's going on? What do you think? I know it's early and I don't want to overreact, but I'm gonna overreact. So, what's going on with your Lakers from what you've seen so far?
This is Rob Palinka, dude. I mean, I've been saying this since I started getting on this freaking show, bro. He built this trash team, dog, and you know we're gonna suffer until new management comes in and gets them out of here, bro. I don't know Rob Palinka personally, but I hate him as a GM because he's a horrible GM, bro. I mean, he built a trash team. Like you didn't get no good players, bro. You could have. We don't got. I mean, we got Reeves. He's, but we don't really got no depth. We're taking we're reach with Aiden. And it's his first game, so I'm not going to overreact. But 10-6 with 5 shots or 5 of 7 from the field against the Warriors, who don't have any big men, is crazy. I personally didn't watch the game, so I don't know how that went exactly.
The numbers
I don't
tell it
really
all.
pay attention too much.
The numbers tell it all. But again, it's still early, so you probably don't want to, pay too much attention. I get it,
but
I don't.
When you got
it don't look
you
like.
got. Let me finish this real quick though.
Go ahead.
You got Luka and Austin Reeves. They shot 7. They got over 20 points. You know what I'm saying? Luka got 43. Reeves got 26. But Rui Hachimura 9 points, 8 and 10 points. Gabe Vincent played 29 minutes, 3 points. Marcus Smart 9 points. Hayes 4 points. Whoever this La Riva guy is, 5 points. Canet, he didn't even play. He's got the most potential off the bench, and they're not even playing him. So it's Rob Palinka's fault, man. This dude is a horrible GM. I do not like this guy as a GM. He's trash. Nothing against him personally, but the only reason why he's in this job is because he was Kobe Bryant's agent and he was kissing ass to Jeannie Buss. He pushed Magic Johnson out the back door. But luckily, the Dodgers organization, the owner for the Dodgers, is going to take over the Lakers. And guess who's a part of the Dodgers? Magic Johnson. So I'm hoping Magic is going to come back with that get back and get this guy out the door so we can build a good team, bro. We shouldn't have to be relying on 40-year-old freaking LeBron, dude. It's crazy.
I don't know why Magic wasn't initially a part of the ownership. Like, why would Magic have to go and manage the Dodgers before the Lakers? Like, the Lakers should have been opening that up with a silver platter. Like, yo,
it's Rob Palinka. I just told you, Rob Palinka. Yeah. He snaked him. Straight up. Magic he came out and said, he's like, yo, he snaked me.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's real
snake
fine.
Magic Johnson out of all the people. Snake Kurt Rambis, bro. Don't snake Magic, bro.
Man, look, I'm not even going to go too far in on your Lakers because honestly, what I seen from my Heat in that last game, man, we playing Orlando right now, so I'm not even looking at the score because I don't want to upset myself. Not Orlando. I'm sorry. We're playing Memphis. We playing the Memphis Grizzlies. We lost to Orlando. We just lost to the Orlando Magic the other night. And
sneaky good.
I think I think Spo just does not like big men.
Oh,
He don't like
y'all are
7 foot. He
killing.
don't like.
I'm sorry, bro. Y'all are killing. Y'all are killing the Grizzlies.
Oh, we
86
are
to
okay.
47.
Oh,
86
that's
to
good
47
news.
at halftime. At
That's
halftime.
great news. Oh, I can't wait till I finish this show and watch the rest of that. I'm gonna enjoy that. But I was just gonna say, when watching the Orlando Magic game, specifically in that game, we had an opportunity to. It was a one possession game. At the end of the game, we down by 2 points, and all we need is one stop and one score. And Spo has a small ball lineup out there. They come and shoot the ball, miss it, get the offensive rebound, and run the clock down, and then they get a shot. And that basically puts the game out of touch, out of reach, because now we don't have enough time, and now we down by 4. Point in being, he could have put Khalil Ware in. Khalil Ware was sitting on the bench during that whole possession. Khalil Ware is a rebound machine. Like, he's a rebound machine. He has game. He can play, and he can score and defend. Even he shown signs that he could shoot the three, but for some reason, Spo caps out his minutes. So I don't know what it is. Even though it came down to a one possession game, he still decided to leave the best rebounder on the bench. So what I was gonna say, and I'm glad that they win in this game right now, Kelvo, because I was about to say if the Heat keep on playing like trash, I'm gonna have to go ahead and relocate to Orlando. Go to. I'll relocate to the Orlando. They right up the road. They ain't that far. You know, they right there. But that would be kind of disrespectful though. And that would be disrespectful because I don't know. Orlando, that's like our little brothers. That's like the little brother of Miami. It's always Orlando's always wanted to be just like their big brother. And you think about it though, Kelvo, like we came out in 1988. They came out in 1989. Our color is red. Their color is blue. Like, look at Kelvo. Look at our logo. Our logo is a fireball. Their logo is a magic ball. I mean, this not just some coincidental. This is not coincidental. Our mascot is a heat. That's a force of nature. Their mascot is a magic, which is also, it's not a person or animal. Like we choose something, they choose something similar. So it would be kind of disrespectful for me to do that. But the Magic have a beautiful facility. Like my Trump voice, they have a beautiful facility. I've been there. It's gorgeous. You have to go.
Man,
Nah, that's Orlando though. But nah, man. I'm glad to hear that we winning, we might just pull this off. So we'll see how that goes. And the season is still early, so there's also some other stuff going on in the season that ain't really related to the game itself. But it looks like the FBI is starting to crack down on sports gambling all of a sudden, and I don't know what that's about. You know, why is all of a sudden the FBI taking such a high interest in sports gambling and rounding people? Did you hear about what's going on as far as like the sports gambling, Kilbo, and the FBI's
I
involvement?
read up on it, and it's not necessarily about sports gambling. Apparently, Chauncey Billups was working with the mafia, and they would have these underground poker games, but like the poker games were like rigged to where like the mafia was winning all the money. Like it was crazy. Like they were saying like the tables were like see-through with reflective glasses, and like they had like the mafia dudes, and they would have like these glasses or something on to where they could tell like what type of, like when the players would put their cards on the table, they would be able to see under the table or whatever and read the players' cards. And like they was pretty much like it was a rigged gambling spot. So if you weren't tied in with the mafia and everything, you was gonna lose money, like regardless. Like and nobody's pushing back against the mafia. So you're coming in there and you're essentially just getting ran out for all your bread. And it was down. It was wild. And Chauncey Billups was a part of it, and Damon Jones was a part of it.
Heard about David Jones.
Yeah, and I think Gil said he was going to snitch, and it looks like he's snitching. So,
Gil did not lie. Gil came out. Remember when they locked up Gil and he came out and then he said he came out and the first thing he said was, "I'm telling." He was like, "Yep." He said I'm not cut out for prison. He said I'm not trying to be in prison. Whatever they want me to do, so I'm going to tell them whatever and he told it. Not only that, but Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier. Now his was a little bit different. Terry Rozier. They're saying that he manipulated his gameplay on purpose so that people can cash in on his unders.
right.
Because what he would do was, I guess, have a fixed amount of unders or people to tell to go and put a certain amount on his unders, and then he would go out there and not play in the whole half or fake an injury or something, so he pull out the game so his unders would go through. But he would get a cut of that, like whatever these peoples were betting on, whatever they were betting on, they would come and bring him his cut, according to what the NBA is saying. But again, with all that, what does the NBA care about? Oh, I'm sorry, what does the FBI care about what's going on in the NBA? And what makes it more fishy to me, Kelvo, I feel like that it seems like the NBA, what if the NBA is in on this? Like, let's just look at it. Now, think about it though, Kelvo. Think about this. Sports gambling, FanDuel, the casinos, Vegas, all of that, all of the money that they have in that it tied up into sports betting. Who's to say that they can't present a figure or a number to the NBA and say, hey, if you can guarantee that this outcome happens, whether it be in a game, whether it be in a series, whether it be just a player's performance, if you can guarantee this, or guarantee that this person gets ejected, or guarantee that, this team shoots this many free throws, or guarantee that whatever Vegas wants to set where their money pile is, they can't present a number to the NBA and they won't take it. If they can get to a player, what makes you think they can't get to the league though? Like that's what I'm thinking. Because it smells fishy though, Kelvo. It don't smell fishy to you that the NBA is just sitting back and saying, listen, we ain't got nothing to do with this. This is the FBI. This is their job. And the Miami Heat ownership went to the league and said, okay, well, why didn't y'all let us know about this? Because the NBA heard from the FBI that there was an investigation years and years ago. But now, all of a sudden, these people are getting indicted and getting knocked off. So why wouldn't the NBA communicate that to the Miami Heat ahead of time, Kelbo?
Man, looks like the NBA is dirty. Looks like they in cohorts with the FBI and with the gambling people. I don't know, man. It's really you touched on this, I want to say like a year ago when you was talking about how you didn't like how gambling was getting involved with sports. Yeah, and we're beginning to see the trickle down effect of this. You know what I'm saying? I seen some of the clips. I don't know if they were the ones that the FBI was investigating, but Terry Rozier was throwing dumb passes. Like he was turning the ball over, missing layups. I'm like, bro, like you're not even making it look obvious. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad at him for putting his people on because there's 82 games in a season. If you can just blow off one game and I can walk away with 30,000, bro. Hell yeah, dude. Right. I'll put everything in if you get under 10 points this game. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not a good look because it's ruining the integrity of the game. And I think obviously the NBA is foul. How are you not? I mean, let me think about this real quick. If the FBI is telling the NBA, hey, we're investigating one of your teams, if I'm the NBA, if you're not doing anything wrong, then I wouldn't tell you in the first place. Right.
Exactly. That's smart. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
You know
and then also too, if you're the NBA and if you have, if you're just as taken back by this as we are, why wouldn't you come out when it's first being said and say, all right, look, now the NBA can hide behind it and say, well, it was an ongoing FBI investigation and we didn't want to, get ourselves involved and we didn't want to say anything. But I mean, come on, if the shit is going to hit the fan anyway, what is it that you're hiding yourself that you have to wait till it comes out this way rather than it coming from there? And then furthermore, ain't the government supposed to be shut down Why in the hell the FBI got time and energy for Chauncey and Rozier and all of these other cats? What they doing this for free? They arrested them boys on the house.
The FBI is a government funded organization.
The Federal Bureau of Investigation. Federal meaning that they are funded by the government. Anything with feds and
still getting paid. They probably still getting paid.
Right. So that also makes me feel like, yeah, well, that's another subject. This government shutdown, they're gonna shut down every segment of the government except for the segments that bring money into the government. And apparently, they damn sure still getting child support, and they gonna make sure, hey, that child support ain't get shut down, and neither. And neither did, them wanting to make sure that they stop all of this illegal money. Because the thing about it is, when poker houses and gambling houses that are legal are making this kind of money, the government is getting their cut because it's taxed. But if you doing this off the books with the mafia and y'all eating all of this money, but we ain't getting none, oh no, we finna shut all of this down. Like we coming to shut. And they don't care if they're not getting paid, because FBI, from what I don't know if they're getting paid or not, but
I would assume so.
Yeah, right now. Well, even with the government shutdown, yeah, I think they are still getting paid. They're one of those entities that's still getting their money through the shutdown. But yeah, I don't. If I'm the Miami Heat, I'm definitely upset about this because why does the FBI have so much interest in this situation, and then why is the NBA being so quiet about it? Like the NBA almost has no statement on this whatsoever. You gotta.
They're trying to keep that image innocent. They're trying to keep that innocent image. Like, hey, we don't know what's going on. That's the Heat, man. They run their own thing. We're just the NBA. You know what I'm saying? That's the y'all need to talk to them boys in Miami. They tripping over there.
That's pretty.
They got to protect that shield. You know what I'm saying? Right. Remember when Ray Rice, two-piece that chick?
Yeah.
And the NFL was like, hey,
they was like, we
gonna kick him out the league. We're not even gonna address, because they fouled up that whole situation, but that was that's another conversation.
They did. They dropped the ball on that.
They protect the image. They're gonna take that image over everything. Period.
Remember the referee that just a few years ago, Donaghy, that referee that got found out that he was, actually fixing games for bets, for gambling money. So that in the NBA at that time, they tried to really, really hush that. Like they was like, yo, we ain't finna talk about it. Like, but ESPN, they was not finna let them boys make it. ESPN did a whole documentary. They did a whole E360 on that whole
about this. Yeah, so I mean, this is not a surprise, man. I mean, the NBA is like the NBA and the NFL to me are kind of like mafioso type organizations. They're just legal, you know what I'm saying? But we all know. I mean, our two Chief fans that are on this show that contribute with us, Q and TZ, they can attest to fixed games. All the Chiefs games last year that Brett was throwing unnecessary whistles and doing all this crazy stuff. They understand. Those are my boys. Shout out to TZ. But
them Chiefs, boy, y'all. Yeah, I know y'all definitely y'all can relate to it. Y'all can definitely relate. But I know Q gonna be like, man, we don't be cheap. And TZ's like, we don't need to cheat or whatever. But nah, it's just questionable play calls. There's too many questionable referee calls. It's just too much questionable stuff altogether. So when you look at this, it kind of raises your eyebrow. It makes you wonder, all right, is it going on or is it not? I don't want to think like that because I want to enjoy the game. I want to be able to watch the game and still, have a certain feeling of integrity, like, that it's coming down to the talent and not necessarily Vegas. Because
I'm sorry,
but I said it.
Yeah.
Nah, I said it last year. Like you said, man, I didn't like sports gambling being such a big thing. I didn't like the fact that it was so easy for any and everybody to gamble on sports now. It is becoming more of a big business. Even ESPN has a whole segment on sports gambling and who you should bet on and whether you should take the over or the under and all that. It's just leaving too many entries for this type of shit right here. So
what What else? I heard, I seen on Instagram. Apparently, they passed a law. I'm not 100% sure. I got to research it, but they
Mm.
passed a law for college football players to start betting on games.
What?
Yeah, that
I
might
think I saw
that's
that. I think I
true.
did see something like that. That's crazy.
That's true, man. It's gonna be bad for college football.
That's crazy. And that right there makes me feel like, all right, well now maybe the BCS is rigged too.
That's
now,
the thing.
you know,
College football playoffs ain't gonna be what it's supposed to be.
damn,
Crazy,
that
bro.
that's real sad to even think about nowadays. But speaking of college football, it is that time of the year. See my you boys, my Canes back there. But let's talk a little bit about y'all Longhorns, man. This Texas football season ain't really been what y'all thought it was gonna be. There's been some rocky roads here. Arch Manning, I thought he was the second coming of his uncle. It ain't looking like that. I mean, I don't know. Kelvo, talk to us. Open up the floor to you. Talk a little bit about your Texas Longhorns.
Man, I'm gonna just keep it real brief, man, and just give y'all the a quick summary of what's going on in Texas football right now. Um, a good majority of it is on the coach. He's not calling the right plays. Arch Manning, he's showing signs, but he's not ready yet. When you got guys like Paul Feinbaum and all these dudes on major media hyping this kid up to be like the chosen one, it's not a good look. Arch has to step up. He's been in the program for 2 years. This is his third year, so he shouldn't be as bad as he is when it comes to hitting these open receivers. So it's partially on him, and it's partially on the head coach. But when you got a new offensive line, you got 4 starters on the offensive line, and you got to run the ball. Our 2 losses, we lost to Florida. We ran the ball 10 times with our running back. We almost lost to Kentucky last week. We only ran the ball 12 times with our running back. So when you go in the SEC and you got 4 new offensive linemen, you got a first-year starting quarterback who's not even playing that good, you got to run the ball. All right? It's that simple. Even if you're not getting good yards, you got to run the ball because half of the passing plays that Sarkisian calls are play action. So what's the point of calling play action if there's no threat of the run game? Because if I'm on defense and you're running play action and you only ran the ball 7 times and it's the third quarter, I'm not biting on that. Bro, if I'm on defensive end, I'm going straight to the quarterback. If I'm a linebacker, I'm getting death immediately. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you're not going to run the ball. There's no point in you even calling play action.
Right. Yeah. There's no threat of the run at all, so you can just sit. You can just sit on that. Yeah.
So when you don't run the ball, you're pretty much putting your offensive line, who's got 4 starters, you're putting them at a disadvantage because they're getting attacked. You want to run the ball so you can get your offensive linemen settled in. Get them on the attack. Have them on the offense. Have them dictating. Have these guys coming off the ball, run blocking. Even if you're getting 2 to 3 yards of carry, that's better than I'll take a 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5 over a 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12 because you want to throw the ball and he's getting sacked or we're getting a holding penalty or he's getting an incompletion. And now that's messing with his confidence because you're doing this on the road, bro.
And that's what I was just going to say. When you don't run the ball, you make it harder on your quarterback, especially a first-year starter. Like, you making it harder on him if you're just allowing the defense to own in on the passing game. They can tee off on him, and they can sit back there on those receivers and force him to make plays with his arm, like solid plays. You're forcing that, and you're forcing him to make quick decisions because now they're sending guys from the corners. They're sending corner blitzes at him. They're throwing off his whole rhythm. They're sending guys at him, and they're dialing up all kind of pressure. You don't really give your quarterback that much to work with if he doesn't have a running game to start with. That running game establishes everything. So, yeah, Arch Manning, hopefully Sarkisian will switch up the play calling because right now you getting your head tore off. And
it's not looking good. luckily we got a top 5 defense that's going to keep us in every game.
That's gonna keep y'all in it. That's what's gonna keep y'all in it. That top 5 defense, because y'all defense is still elite. That's gonna help y'all.
It literally is going to be on the coach, bro. That's the thing. And a lot of people have been saying lately, like, yo, man, we need you to, can you stop calling plays? Or if you're not going to stop calling plays, just run the damn ball. Like, just run it, bro. Just stick to it, commit to it, and we'll win every game. But it's frustrating because it's like, bro, we've all came to the realization that he's not where he's supposed to be, but he's still making somewhat progress. But when you put him through games like last week, you're kind of like messing with his confidence a little bit, because it's like, bro, that's Kentucky, dude. We were supposed to, that's supposed to be a 35 to 10 win. And that went overtime. We didn't even score 20 points, bro. So it's like, what I'm saying? It's like, bro, just run the ball. Just run the ball and we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
Yeah, just run the ball, man. And like y'all just played against a team that y'all should have won. My Hurricane boys, we just played against a team that we should have won against. We played against Louisville. Now, Louisville, though they had the record that Louisville had, they worried me a little bit because I knew that Louisville was better than their record. They actually have a talented team. So I was a little concerned about that game going into it, and then now showing the results of it with good reason. Carson Beck, he's a great quarterback. I like what I saw from him early in the season. In the first few games, he was making good reads, getting rid of the ball, taking advantage of all the weapons that we have on the outside. Because for the first time in a long time,
man, y'all weapons.
We got a lot of weapons this year on both sides of the ball. So we really have a good team. That's why people really feel like this is one of the best possibilities of us winning a championship than in recent years. But Carson Beck had one of those games where it was like, dang, he threw multiple picks, and then the game sealing pick that he threw at the end. I mean, it could just be an anomaly game that, all right, everybody's due for a bad game. He got his bad game out the way. But then at the same time, when I saw that, it was starting making me think, like, dang, why did Georgia so easily let you walk? Because he was the starting quarterback at Georgia and then lost his job. He led them boys to, like, I think a champion. Like the year before, he led them boys to, like, one of their best records. And then, like, they were a top 3 team. Then he gets injured, and then he loses his job to their new quarterback. So once he was healthy, Georgia was like, nah, we sticking with who we got. So he ended up walking and leaving and coming to Miami. And he was playing so great for us at first. And I was like, yo, Georgia was tripping. Why did they let this dude walk so quick? This the same guy that got y'all that far in the playoffs. But then he had that game against Louisville, and I was like, oh, damn. This is why Georgia let your ass go. So I don't want to think like that, because it's just one game. Yeah. But when you see stuff like that, I think it was like 3 picks or 4. I don't know how. It was multiple picks.
I have the numbers pulled up right here, bro.
Talk to me. Break them down, Kelbo.
Yeah, 4 picks, man.
Oh, my God.
But this is but y'all suffered from the same thing that we suffered from last week. You didn't run the ball.
Yeah,
your best running back had 8 carries. Your number 2 running back had 5 carries. Now, they weren't running the ball good, but you got to commit to the run.
Thank
you know what I'm saying? And the game was in reach. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you don't need to throw the ball over the yard when it's 24-21 or, when it's close.
Right.
Get the run game going. Get creative with it. They obviously put too much pressure on Beck, man, because he had his worst game hands down of the year, probably of his career. You know what I'm saying? Nah, for real.
You're being nice. You're being generous by saying, nah, he played like complete and utter yabbish. He played, I mean, the way when he threw that pick at the end, when we had a chance to still, even after all of that, this is what makes me feel like we really have a good team. Because even if as bad as he played, we still had an opportunity at the end of the game for him to put together a drive that could have possibly won us the game. We were still in a position that we could have either tied or won. So I just feel like that's an anomaly, and I'm going to chalk that up to that. I think we'll come back out strong in the next game. Who do we got on our schedule next, Kelvo?
Ooh, check that out real quick. Give me one.
Yeah, because I
We
think
got Stanford. Stanford,
okay,
6 o'clock tomorrow. So that should be a good
that's a get right. That's a good get right game. Get
That's
ourselves back.
game.
We gotta shellac them boys though. We gotta shellac them for our rankings. Where did that drop us in the rankings?
Surprisingly, not that far. You are ranked ninth, I think.
Okay,
Ninth
see,
in the
I can live
rankings.
with that. That's because that's respect to Louisville though. That's saying that Louisville
No,
ain't is really trash. It's what
Louisville's an underrated team. You know what I'm saying?
they're very underrated. Very. That's why when I saw that they were on our schedule, I looked at it, I was like, ooh, that might be that trap game right there. Because we're gonna be feeling good. We're gonna be undefeated by then, and we're gonna get to the Louisville, and that might be the ones because they're the boys. Like so, but yeah, we still got plenty of season. I think we get Stanford. Who y'all got next?
We got Mississippi State.
Okay.
Man, based off how we played last week, ain't no telling how that's gonna go. So just tap in with me. Tap in with me, and I'll give you the lowdown on it.
we,
I
yeah,
don't know what to
y'all,
think. I don't know what to think, bro. I
yeah.
don't know what to think. I don't know how to feel, man. I'm just taking it game by game.
Y'all, yeah, y'all make sure y'all tap in next Friday to hear what Kelvo got to say and see what the turnout was with this Mississippi State versus Texas, and also how my boys turn out against the Stanford Cardinals. Oh man, we got get right. We got to get right on this weekend. This weekend tomorrow we got a couple of get right games. So make sure y'all tap in with that. Oh man, this was a dope show, man. I ain't gonna lie. We had some fire topics going on. I think that's pretty close to the end of our little rundown. It is Friday night, as we told y'all. We want y'all to be able to enjoy y'all Friday nights. Get your, whatever it is y'all into. We ain't gonna say too much because we know Kelbo is on that righteous path, so we don't want to corrupt the brother, and we ain't gonna talk about the things that we do on Friday nights. We just
That,
gonna leave it at that.
I know what goes
We
down, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Of course, I'm gonna make sure that I give my brother the ultimate respect. But now we've come to our 2 minute turn up. I'll go ahead and start it off as I always do. Tomorrow, tomorrow is going down. Cash Money taking over for the 99 and the 2000, and then we got a body. I represent. Where them killers at? Third, well, that's right. We got the Cash Money versus No Limit versus going down tomorrow. I'm so excited about. I ain't been this excited about versus since the Locks and Dipset. That to me was the best versus ever. I don't know if anything will ever beat or top that, but this versus right, this one has the potential right here to be one of them ones. I'm looking forward to seeing on the No Limit side. I want to see if Master P. I want to see who he brings out because P has so much range and so much influence over the music industry. He done did some cameo. He got a lot of features. Now, those y'all know he got features with Montel Jordan. That you might not know nothing about that, Kelvo, but he got a feature with Montel Jordan, and I'm waiting to see that. Snoop Dogg was also signed to Master P on No Limit. So I want to see if Snoop shows up and do some tracks with it. Then that boy, that old school Young Bleed, how you do that there? New Orleans, Baton Rouge, how you do that there? I remember all that. Even UGK, break them off something. Don't make me break you all. Rest in peace to Pimp C, but he was on that track. Let me let this shit straight. Let me lay down the rules. If that is talking shit, shout out to them. But then on the Cash Money side, we got BG, we got Turk, we got Juvie. They did songs with everybody. You got Wayne. Wayne by himself, his catalog is crazy. And I want to see if they're gonna let Turk back on the scene. Cause y'all know they kicked Turk off the tour. So hopefully we'll get to see if Turk is back on there. But yeah, y'all tune in tomorrow. I think it's at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern time. Catch it on whatever streaming platform it's on. Cash Money versus No Limit. That's my 2 minutes. Go on, Kill. Run it.
Man, my 2 minutes, man, is it's a little different than my usual 2 minutes, man. I found out something that I was told about 3 or 4 years ago, and I was like, that's interesting. But there's actually been videos coming out, and let me just say this: we at the Sports Time Zone, I can speak for Brother Noomsy.
Go ahead.
We don't care about what people do with their bodies and how they live their lives. We respect their choices. So I'm not. Before I say what I gotta say, I don't have a problem with this person, doing whatever it is they did. My problem is the honesty part, not being straight up with it. So, if you didn't know, Michelle Obama is actually a man. Her name is originally Michael, and there's videos out there. You can get this on YouTube. You can get this on IG. You know what I'm saying? She's on record referencing herself as a black man. So I don't care that you're trans. It doesn't matter to me. But why didn't y'all just put this out in the beginning? That's the weird part. I just don't get that. But now it makes sense though, because Obama did all this stuff for gay people, didn't really do anything for black people, and it's good for gay people. They got their rights. Even though they weren't slaves for 400 years, and their own government never tried to kill them, and they didn't try to destroy any city that they built that was getting legal money, and they didn't try to poison them with syphilis or anything like that. But shout out to to the gay people for the stuff that Obama did. But Michelle Obama is a man, so it's just, I just find it a little odd and just a little weird. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have a problem with it, but at the same time, you lied. You deceived black people, and it's just not right. I just appreciate a little bit of honesty, but if that's how you want to live your life, hey, if you support that walk of life, that's on you. I don't have a problem with that. I just think it's a little weird, and I think it's a little odd that we didn't know this in the beginning, But other than that, what I'm saying? That's my 2-minute turn up, man. So, y'all have a blessed weekend. What I'm saying? Stay healthy. If you can, get in that gym. What I'm saying? Hit them weights. And, what I'm saying? Just keep it righteous, man. Stay out the way. Another thing. Don't go to Walmart because apparently people ain't getting their food stamps and it might get a little hectic. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, y'all heard of? Hey, I haven't been to Walmart in a while, but hopefully I don't need to go. But y'all heard it. This is the Sports Time Zone. We appreciate everybody for joining us tonight. Everybody who was in the chats, everybody who's in the comments. Y'all make sure y'all continue to like, share, subscribe. Man, we had a great time. Make sure y'all catch us next week on the flip side. We will be back on next Tuesday with our sports show. Wednesday is Out of Bounds for non-sports. And then on Friday is Freestyle Friday with yours truly, Brother Noomsy, and my man 512 Kelvo. We're going to take y'all out with one of our featured artists from the Underground Spotlight. This is Duce and his track Decline. If y'all looking for it, y'all know where to find it on Spotify, on IG, all of that. But for my co-host, Kelvo, this is yours truly, Brother Noomsy. This is the Sports Time Zone, and we are out.
Peace.
Oh my gosh, leave me the fuck alone. Stop calling my motherfucking phone. I'm gonna block your dumb ass. Damn.
Why you keep pressing decline, yeah. Hey, decline. Don't stop wasting all this time. Try to tell you that you mine, but you keep pressing decline. And that shit hurt me every time. She say, boy, stop all that crime. And then she press decline. She say, just apologize. Stop yelling and telling lies. If not, I'm gonna decline. If not, I'm just gonna decline. Yeah. And I ain't finna keep calling her phone. She ain't finna drive me crazy. They call me Big Duce, finna get another lady. Now I'm capping. Man, I call 50 times, then 100 times. Cause another bitch can't fuck with mine, or they can't fuck with mine. I'm tryna speak my mind. But when I call, she just press decline. Or tell me that I'm lying. I say, do you? She say, what you implying? Yeah, you so impatient, I just need some time. Cause you told me last time that it was the last time that give me bad vibes. You changed the situation to make me the bad guy. You do me all wrong.